No, it was amazing. You know, your first film's always the hardest one to get off the ground, and it's been an incredibly long journey. I mean, I started making shorts when I was 12, so to be in Berlin screening my first film is a real honour. So it was good. Very nervous last night. A little bit more relaxed this time. You know, when I sat down to put this film together, I'd had other projects I'd written that were too big, and then I just thought, well, I'm just going to write the smallest, most contained story I could. And for some reason, I wrote a film with a panther and shootouts and car chases and horse stunts and rain machines in the middle of middle of winter up in the high country of Victoria. So it was just going into the project. It was the most stupidly ambitious thing that we were trying to pull off. When we shot the whole film in 4 weeks on second-hand stock from Entourage season 5. So you know, that was the mentality. That's how we made the film. Was just how do we pull in every favour I could from the world of commercials, because I've sort of been working in that world, and it just allowed me to have an incredible crew and everyone sort of coming on board and working at a really sort of low level of you know, just maintaining a really tight budget. And you know, my heroes were like Robert Rodriguez, the way he makes his films, and looking at George Miller when he made Mad Max. I mean, you know, these guys literally just went out and then just said, "I'm making." He's a star on the rise because he's in True Blood. I don't know if they've got that in Germany yet, but it's a big hit show. Ryan's, we were very lucky to get Ryan on board, and he was really committed. I mean, all you can give an actor when it's your first film is the only thing you can give them is your script and your word. And so there was a leap of faith on his behalf to get involved. So I really admire and respect. Jimmy Blacksmith. So it was, you know, I'm not sure if many people have seen that film, but that is also a film about an Aboriginal man that goes on a rampage. But he used an axe. This one's a shotgun. That was maybe the tagline we were going to put in the post. Yeah, I did brumby chasing up in the high country when I was younger. I was about 15 at the time, and we went up into the mountains there, and we were chasing wild horses, and it was an experience that stayed with me. And you know, you look at these small country towns, these boom towns that are all through Australia. So they're, you know, like a town where we shot was Omeo. So that was back in its day in 1890, it had 30,000 people living there. It matched Melbourne when the gold rush was on. But now it literally is 120 people. So that old infrastructure is sort of still there, but these towns are sort of dying away. So there's something that, you know, when you walk through these towns, you can't help but think, you know, where it is a West. People in the town were lovely. I mean, one of the things that allowed us to get the film made at the budget level we did is because in a country town you can pay for everything with a slab of beer. So it was literally, it's like we want a truck to drive through that shop with Ryan, and it would cost us a slab of beer. So that's roughly about $40 each. So you can get, we got a lot done with alcohol. So very Australian. I'm working on a trilogy of modern day westerns. The next one's set in Mexico, so that's called Black Valley. So that's what I'm doing next. Dimitri, who's here tonight, he did an incredible job with the score. This is his first composing gig on a feature film. So we had a relationship through short films and theatre. I mean, I collect film scores. I collect them since I was a kid, so I'm a tough critic when it comes to it. And Dimitri and I've got very similar tastes in what we like and what we don't like. And Dimitri even worked on the score. We started working on the score and started this dialogue just off the script. So when we were shooting the film, we had all those theme songs you hear, all the Cooper's theme and the writing tunes and all that, and Jimmy's theme. That was already done, and we had the CD on set, and we'd play it to the actors, and we'd play it along with rushes, and I think it, it helps get that sort of visceral filmmaking. I had my good friend who executive produced the film, Greg McLean, who he wrote and directed Wolf Creek, and I watched him. With the process of him making that film, it was the mentality. It's almost like something just switches in your head because you try so hard for so long to make a movie and no one's going to give you the money because you've never made a film, and it's the old catch-22. But I think something internally just says, well, this is it, it's now or never. I mean, you've got to make your first film at some point. So it was just a mental switch just went off, and Greg said, no one's going to produce your film harder than you will. So I just sat down one day and thought, right, and I mean, from start to finish, it was 14 months ago I wrote the script, and then I'm standing in front of you now showing it to you, so it's been a really, really quick turnaround. It was like, I think, the way when Al came on board was very early on. We raised the money privately, we did it without a distributor, we did it without government financing at the initial stage, just to shoot, because I just felt like if we could just shoot the movie and then cut it, and then we could show it to people, then I'm sure someone would give us some money to finish it. Thank God they did, because it'd be a disaster.
So we've been proud that it's now and it's not never. Patrick, glad to have you here, and I hope we see the two other of your trilogy next year here in Berlin. And good to have you. Thanks for the Red Hill, Patrick Hughes.